Okay, so good afternoon, parents and students. Welcome to our introduction session on our program. So I'm the program leader, Professor Biao Zhang, in our Department of Physics, and we applied physics. And we also have our department head, Professor Hao Jianhua, here, and our former and senior program leader, Professor Peter Zheng. So we'll try our best to answer any of the questions of our introduction. And I can answer in either English or Mandarin or Cantonese. Okay, so you can feel free to ask questions if you have any questions, either during the presentation or after the presentation. Okay, so our program, you see here is the Bachelor in Physics with a secondary major in the AI and data analytics, we call the AIDA, or with a secondary major in the innovation entrepreneurship, we call the IE. So here is show the most recent ranking of the discipline related to our department. So because our department cover different research area, so here for example in the material science, as you can see here, our ranking based on this year U.S. News and the World Report is ranked 28, so it's quite high, and also ranked quite high in the condensed matter physics 32, and also for the opticals, and also for the opticals is 49, and for the nanoscience nanotechnology is 39. And here's some other ranking also show very good result as A plus, and here is for the strength of the colleagues in our department. So in our department we have the 12 the world's top 2% scientists. This is based on this year's result. And for this one, you see maybe a little bit low, but still it's top 100. This is just because some of is within with physical science, because our department, some of the, for example, the particle physics or the astronomy is not covered in our department. Okay, so this for the overall ranking is a little bit lower, but still among the top 100. So this is also the strength for our university in the computing and the AI. So because we are going to have the second major in the AI, so and some of the subjects will going to be taught by the colleagues in the Department of Computing, so collaborated because we have a second major. And you can see here also in the AI, in the computing science, and in the information systems, we also have quite a high ranking in all of the disciplines. We are ranked top 100%, top 100. Okay, so here is the facilities in our departments. So why we have this get so strong in the research and teaching and so high ranking. So we have around 20 laboratories in our department, and also have this university research facilities and devices characterizations. This is also mainly in charge by our department, by a chair professor in our department as the center of this, the head of this center. Okay, so some of you may have questions. So because we have the physics and plus the second major in AI, and some may not familiar with why we want to put this two together. Some of you may ask, this AI, your first impression is that it's computing science, and the physics maybe is some of you have the classic idea about only about the basic physics. So why we want to put this together? So first is that so the AI now is becoming more very popular. You have heard a lot about the artificial intelligence, the big data, and some of the 5G or emerging industries. But if you go to the basics, so this is we quote from an interview from the CEO of NVIDIA. Okay, and the information here is that he suggests that if you want to work on this one, so on the AI related field, is what he emphasized that the physics will be super important. And even when he was asked if you're going to choose your major in the undergraduate studies, what are you going to do? And he said will be the physics. Okay, because this physics actually is the basis for some part of AI, and you may know the Nobel Prize in around 2 years before that is awarded for the physicists is rewarded to scientists, okay, who actually have contribution in the AI. Okay, because of the basic principles of AI, some of them is derived from the physics, okay, the method, the strategy they developed the AI technology. And here is the interview. If I have time, I'm going to show you this interview at the end of my presentation. Maybe at the end. Okay, so this is about the technologies and the trend for the future. Okay, and what you can see here is that, and this the trend is quite clear. So the AI and the information and the robots, so energy generation, storage. So this kind of field are going to dominate the future job market. Okay. And now, so what will be the most important skills for the graduates? Okay, so if you want to work on this kind of field, so you need to have some of the skills you need to earn during the undergraduate studies, such about the entrepreneurship and leadership, and critical thinking, complex problem solving. You're going to have the creativities, okay, and some other general features you need to develop during the undergraduate studies. So all this will be covered in our curriculum design. And here we show you a video. This is delivered by our social head, Professor Dennis. Okay, so quite a short one, so maybe I can show you the full one.
我係 Siri，今日幾多度啊？
今日嘅最高氣溫係32度，最低氣溫係29度。
人工智能就係透過製作電腦程式嚟呈現人類智慧嘅一個技術。你未必估得到，人工智能同物理學嘅關係係非常密切嘅。
基本上係互相幫助大家嘅發展。
喂 ，Siri，佢係邊個？
到底物理喺 AI 嘅幫助下，可以點樣有新嘅
？Where's it here? Maybe transfer this one.
只有 K 係嘛？
展同突破？
I'm playing the voice show here.
Yes.
關節肌肉痛到影響生活，伏他靈消炎止痛軟膏當中。
The world needs robots. The technology of building general humanoid robots, which is going to be the most useful, of course, because we build the world around ourselves. That technology.
度最低氣溫係2。
嚟呈現人類智慧嘅一個技術。你未必估得到，人工智能同物理學嘅關係係非常密切嘅。
基本上係互相幫助大家嘅發展。
喂 ，Siri， 佢係邊個？
到底物理喺 AI 嘅幫助下，可以點樣有新嘅發展同突破？
AI 能夠幫助物理嘅研究進行大規模嘅計算同埋預測，從而能夠省卻一啲嘅實驗嘅資源同埋時間。譬如一啲嘅儲能裝置嘅製造係需要特定嘅材料，但係材料咁多，我哋點樣去揀？利用人工智能，首先喺指定嘅範圍裏邊進行篩選，然之後先至進行實驗嘅研究，就能夠加快咗研究嘅速度咯，亦都減低咗製作嘅成本。
喺工業生產嘅過程，都需要檢測產品或者機器唔同嘅物理數值，去估算工業生產嘅結果，或者係點樣調整機器嘅數值，先至可以達到最好嘅生產效率同埋結果。將檢測到嘅物理數據利用 AI 加以分析，就可以令到整個生產流程更快速咁樣自動調整，提升生產嘅速度，慳翻好多人力同時間。
聽落好似得 AI 幫助物理咁，但其實如果要更準確同埋有效咁利用 AI 幫我哋工作嘅話，就要靠物理幫 AI 收集更高質素嘅數據。
一個好嘅人工智能系統係需要有高質素嘅實時數據收集先至得，就好似天氣預測嘅 AI 咁樣。如果收集翻嚟嘅天氣數據，譬如溫度、濕度係唔準確嘅話，就算你設計得幾好嘅 AI， 計算得幾咁快，佢都係唔會幫你預測得到準確嘅天氣狀況。物理學就係要諗到底要用乜嘢嘅原理，同埋用乜嘢嘅實驗流程去收集實時嘅數據，先至係最精確，先至可以令到 AI 計出嚟嘅結果係有效嘅。物理就好似同 AI 提供咗更好嘅眼、耳、口、鼻，接收清晰嘅信息，令到 AI 唔會做出錯誤嘅決定。
好多時我哋生活中用到 AI 嘅時候，都會忽略咗 AI 其實係要由真實世界收集信息先可以運作。而好似 Dr. Leung 就會喺課堂上教你認識點樣可以用物理將現實世界嘅現象同人工智能嘅數據拉上關係。
物理可以幫我哋了解到唔同機件嘅特性同埋極限，就好似幫唔同嘅部件寫本說明書咁。然之後工程師就會根據好似 Dr. Leung 佢哋嘅指引嚟研發出更加多嘅人工智能。喂 Siri， 幫我多謝教授。
講呢啲。
我係理工大學應用物理學系梁志華博士。
Okay, so I hope with this video you're more familiar with why we want to put the AI and the physics together. So first, you see, as I show here, introduced by the Professor Nan, so that the physics can help to collect the data. Actually, it's quite several professors in our department. They are working on the sensors. So these sensors can to help you to get the accurate data, because you know that for the AI, you need accurate data for the prediction. And just some of the basic principles we developed in the physics can be helped to further optimize the AI technology. That's as I introduced before, even for the physics Nobel Prize, actually they awarded to the scientists who make contributions in the AI area. And the other one, I think that is the AI also can help in terms for the physics. So for example, for my own research area, I'm doing with the rechargeable batteries. When you design the new materials, you want to have your mobile phone to use for long time for one charge, or for your electrical vehicles. So you need to have new materials, and but you know, from the periodic table you can see a lot of elements. But when you combine them together, you have millions of choices. For sure, if you want to try one by one, it's not efficient. But with AI, we learn from our past experience, and then will help us predict the new material design. Okay, so they can benefit each other development when we put the physics and AI together. Okay, so this is the new AI initiatives. Okay, so we have this AI physics learning systems, and in our department, we also have the joint lab with the Huawei for the artificial intelligence. And we also have some of the robotic arm teaching lab, because this is something like the hardware for the AI technologies. Okay, and also, as I said, it's introduced in our department. We have some of professors that are working on the sensors. For example, for Professor Cai Yan, they're working on the optical sensors. Okay, so this one can help collect the accurate data for the AI development. Okay, so this is our program. So the code is the JS3030, and we have the two secondary major, so physics with a major in the AIDA, so the for the AI and the data analytics, and the physics with the IE. Okay, so here's a basic overview of our program. And the mode of study for sure will be full time and for 4 years. And the credit is 134, a little bit more than the normal program because we are going to have the second major. I'm going to give a more detailed structure of our curriculum. Okay, here is the selection, the best 5 of the preferred subjects. I think I have a detailed description later. Okay, so this will give you an overview introductions. So we are going to have this the courses. We're going to have the physics as the major. Okay, this contributor around 71. Okay, and this is for AIDA and 74 for IE, slightly different. And then we have the secondary major. Okay, and for the AIDA, for the AIDA, for IE, you have different credit requirements. And of course, some students will going to have a minor. Okay, a minor in the other, for example, in the mathematics, we have some of the cases. Okay, then you need to take some additional credits. Okay, so this one, as you can see here, so our program is multidisciplinary nature because in nowadays the industry become more complicated. So if you want to deal with this kind of new challenges, you cannot be coupled with a single major. So we want to have this multidisciplinary nature to deal with the future challenges, and also is an application oriented approach. Okay, we try to educate our students with all-rounded development skills, with in the leadership, in the basic science and physics, and also in the AI technology. So this is a more detailed structure of our curriculum. So we're going to have some of general in university requirement. So this one we will train the students, for example, with the language communication skills, some of the leaderships. Okay, and then for our major in the physics, we're going to see we have fundamental physics. For example, we have semiconductor, we have this quantum mechanics. So this is very classical physics. And of course, even in the physics, we try to incorporate some of the new technologies, such as for the mechanicals, we combine with the mechanicals with robotic motion systems. Okay, and then the other part is for the AIDA part. Okay, so here we're going to collaborate with the colleagues in the Department of Computing. We're going to offer some of the subjects like the AI for sure, and the data structures, and some of the programming, machine learning skills. Okay, so here is again we will try to emphasize that. So physics and this AI can benefit each other. Okay, for example, for the advanced physics, we're going to have new materials, intelligent sensors, robotics. Okay, so physics are essential to a lot of emerging industries. Okay, so we also try to collect the science and the business together because we have a second major in the IE. Okay, here I show you some of the future trend. So this is a list of the unicorn companies worldwide. So the unicorn companies, this is a private company with a valuation of 1 billion. So this is the data shown as of July of this year. And you can see in the top several is all of them are related to the AI, okay, and open AI, okay. And this is also the largest technical company. The first one is the NVIDIA that just I showed about the CEO interview that he said that he would choose the physics as his undergraduate major if he has the second chance, because he consider the physics as the basics for the future AI development. So this company maybe if you know a little bit, so it's focused on the chip development, but still not only for the software, still need to the hardware and some of the basic physics knowledges become super important. Okay, this is about the analysis of Hong Kong's startup. So now you see a lot of new startup has been established. And the number of startups compared to this is comparing the last year 2024 with 4 years before. You have 40% of improvement, and the employees also improved by over 60%. Okay, so what's this startup bus focus on? So first is the finance technique to combine the financial and the new techniques. And then there are some things about the information computing related to the data analysis, and also some of about the sustainable technology and the green technologies. This one, as I said, including the batteries as my research area, and also the robotics and the manufacturing. So what you can see here, you also have the hardware. So this one tells us that not only the software, we also need the hardware, the hardware. Okay, so that's why we want to combine. You need to know both of the principles for the hardware, and also you know some of the knowledges on the programming, on the computing science. Yeah, that's what I showed before. So again, so we want to train the students with all-rounded development. Okay, no matter in the future going to go to the industry or you go to the academy for the future studies or the PG studies. Okay. Yes, so this is also the detailed structure of our curriculum. This is more details. So this two parts is almost the same. You have a general requirement by the university about the communication, about the language, physics, and this is for the IE. Okay, for the IE part, we try to collaborate with some of the companies to improve the students' skills in the management and the organizations. Okay, because even you further for the future leadership, don't need only need you to have this kind of leadership, management. You also need to some of the basics about the technology, right? Because you, as a leader, you need to determine the future directions for the development. So you need to know the basic physics about the principle about the future development technologies. Okay, that's why we want to combine also the IE with our physics. So you know to train the students with the leadership, and also you know the basic principles. Okay. So here give you so the also the overall structures. So so these students can come from the different paths for DSE, for JEE, this is Gaokao in the mainland China, and also the international examinations, A-level and IB. Okay, and then here we're going to have some of the generals introduction, the learning in the first year, and in the second and the fourth year going to have this physics with AIDA or physics with a second major in IE. Okay, and here we do not have any quota limits for these two secondary majors. Okay, so for students who involved in our program, you are free to select either AIDA or IE as your secondary major. So we don't have any limits. And also we offer the entry scholarship for the students with a good performance in the entrance exam. Okay, so here, for example, we have this scholarship for students with a high DSE score. Okay. Okay, and so for the different level of students, we offer the different levels of scholarship. And we also provide the internship during the study at our program. So the internship will have a collaboration with different industry. And we also offer the exchange opportunities for the students. So some of them are offered by the university, some of them are unique to our departments. For example, we have the collaboration with some of famous universities in the mainland China, such as USTC, 中国科技大学, and also some of university in the Australia with UNSW. Okay, and on the other hand, because we are very strong in the research, so we also offer the student research assistant positions to the students. So actually, for myself, many students contact me in the summertime. They try to gain some of the research experience in the summer. So this one, because some students they have a design for the further studies for the PhD or for the master of philosophy. So we try to gain some of research experience, so to make them make a decision to help them Okay, they want to know whether they are really like the research, or some of them want to accumulate some of experience. Because if you have experience working in the some of professor's lab, okay, you may contribute, you may publish a paper together, and then this will be a highlight in your CV if you want to go to your go to future studies for the PhD or for the MPhil. And also, this is also good for some of the industry. Okay, some students contact me because some of them say they are going to find a job in the, for example, for the battery manufacturer like BID. So they want to have some experience in the battery research. So we offer different opportunities for the students. They have different career pathway, either industry or go to the further studies or some else. Okay, so we also want to learn the suggestions and the comments for some of the CEO, some of founder of the new companies. And here is some of the comments. Okay, maybe I show, we have several, we show you one or two of them to save time.
物理作為一個基礎科學，與人嘅生活及科技發展息息相關。隨住大數據時代急速發展，人工智能應用亦都越嚟越廣泛。為咗培育更多創科人才，香港理工大學應用物理學系今年推出 Physics 成 AIDA 課程，更率先邀請咗4位嚟自唔同行業中嘅出色企業家，分享佢哋點樣藉住物理學同埋 AI 人才去推動業務發展，以及分享行業未來視野。
呢個未來咧，對應用物理同埋 AI 嘅人才需求好大。
呢項研究有80%都係建築喺物理基礎之上，其餘嗰2成 AI 嘅輔助都非常重要。
而家全世界同中國最大規模嘅公司都係科技類嘅公司，佢哋嘅產品同服務全部都係同 physics 同 AI 有關。
因為都係嗰句啦 ，AI 係未來嘅大趨勢，我都好希望啦喺3-4年之後，大家會幫到我手㗎。PolyU
Apply Physics 成 AIDA，
物理根基，創造未來。
Okay, so from here you see here the NASA summary. So physics is the foundation for the future. Okay, so although the AI, of course, AI become the very popular now, so you still need the foundation. Okay, and you need the new technology to benefit each other development, either from the principle to the applications. Okay, so here we shows the top 20 job roles in the increasing demand across the industries. And for sure, AI now become super important and popular. And on the other hand, you're going to see some of this kind of hardware requirement. Okay, for example, here for the electrical vehicles, special needs. For sure, this one you not only need AI, you also need some of the basic understandings for the physics, the principles, right? So otherwise, if you only know AI, I'm sure you cannot guide the studies of the electrical vehicles. Okay, and here you see here renewable energy engineering and some of the manufacturers. Okay, and here is the career prospects for the students after graduation. So what you can see here, the development is quite diverse. Some of them go to the technical related companies. Some of them even go to the financial service related, because you can use the AI for analyze the data, because our second major is the AI and the data analysis. Okay, and some of them go to the research and the design related. This is more related to the academics, to the scientific research. Okay, and that's why some students try to get the research experience during the undergraduate studies. And another one that is also have some students go to the medical service related area. The reason is that now even for the medical area, you also need to know the general principles. So very simple one, if you want to go to the hospital, you do the scan with X-ray, right? So the X-ray, you need to know the principle, but also from the physics. You know how the X-ray are generated, and why you can see the scan of your brain. So this is also the physics. Okay, and we also have collaboration with our art department. We have a Master of Science program within the medical related field. Okay. So this is about the average salary of the graduates. What you can see here, the average salary is keep increasing in the past several years. At the beginning, maybe it's not that high, but what we can see here is keep increasing. That's good, right? Because we always want to see an improvement. Yeah, so this is what I introduced just now. So we also have this quick pathway to the clinical medical physics. Okay, we have this bachelor in the physics plus an MSc in the medical physics. Okay, so here we allow some of the high achieving students to complete this integrated bachelor and the master degrees in shortened duration, and also with the reduced tuition fees for the Master of Science. So these two areas for the medical and the physics, you also have very close collections, right? Because as I just introduced, you need to know the general principles. This will help you to, for example, for the equipment operation in the hospital, okay? And you need to know the principles to develop the new medical technology. And yes, so after I introduce all this, the advantages of our program, so you may ask, so how can you join our program? So here I show you some of the results based on the previous years. So here is for the DSE students. Now the best 5 score of our program is 21.9. Okay, and this is the requirement for the core subjects, and this is for the elective subjects, including M1 and M2. Okay. And we also have some of the preferred subjects with the highest rating for the admission. For example, the biology, the chemistry, okay, and for sure also including the physics and the mathematics. Okay, this is for the international students with the A level. Okay, so generally the applicants in the past experience typically attained at least the 1A, 2B in 3 AO subjects. Okay, and this is for the IB. For the IB, typically attained a score between the 31 and the 36. Okay, for some of the competitive program under the health science discipline, this one is even higher for at least 36. And also we have a requirement on the English. Okay, for English, for some of the typical English test, for example, for the TOEFL score will be 80 for the internet-based, or the 550 for the paper-based test. And also for the IELTS, should be have a score of 6 or above. So for the main students, we also need a good overall results in JEE, and we also prefer to have the subjects including the English, science, and the physics, mathematics. Okay, so this is just a general introduction of our program. So we have this app here. If you want to follow us, please scan this code.